this is the TCL LX, a total wireless device. Picked it up on Black Friday. Want to find out some details on it? Stay tuned.
Razor blade.
It has an 8 megapixel camera in the rear, 5 megapixel camera in the front, LED flash on the back as well. You got a micro USB for charging, which is not surprising. Has a loudspeaker on the bottom, a rigid power button, which is different for a device. Costs 20 bucks. You can add an SD card in there if you need some more space. You probably would, being that it's only 16 gigs. The device has 2 gigs of RAM, 16 gigs of internal storage, and it's running Android 8.1. Don't get me wrong, I wasn't expecting this device to be a powerhouse, because obviously it's not going to be that for the price of 20 bucks, but it actually isn't that bad of a phone. Now, performance hasn't been that bad on this phone. Now, camera department, depends on what you're looking for. In daylight, you could probably get a decent picture, but nighttime, don't even pull this phone out. It has an LED flash, but taking photos at night with this camera it just wouldn't be the best experience. Now, playing music on it, it's actually a pleasant experience. You can hear your music perfectly fine. It's not gonna be the best sound quality, obviously. The device does have a micro USB charging port, and that does suck for it because it is, 2020 now at this point. Headphone jack is on top. Haven't used it just yet because I don't have wired headsets like that. I got a couple of them, but I don't really use them for music. As far as listening to music from this phone in particular. One of the negative things about this device is that the screen itself is 5.3 inches, but it's not 720p. So it's 480p. Viewing angles on this screen is just not the best at all. Brightness on the screen is just not good. Resolution overall just isn't good, but this phone is probably going to be for someone who doesn't really care about specs. So as far as what's powering this device, it's a quad core processor clocked at 1.1 gigahertz. Not sure what processor it is, but I'm assuming it's something from MediaTek. And it's not the most powerful CPU, as you can see. As I said, the device is running Android 8.1, so it's gonna have all the Oreo features that you know and love. If I really had to use this phone, it can be one of those phones that I can use, don't get me wrong, if I absolutely had no choice to use it. But some phones that I buy at that price range, there's no way that I can use them. And just for me to be able to say that I can possibly use this means it can't be that bad of a phone. Keep in mind, this screen resolution is not the best at all. So when it comes to viewing things comfortably on the screen of this device, you usually have to have the brightness pretty high, especially when you're outdoors. It's not a screen for outdoors. It's not a screen for viewing angles, none of that. It's just bare bone minimum 480p. One surprising thing about this device is that RAM management is actually okay. It's not terrible like on some other phones that I have. It's okay. You can actually have a few apps running in the background without it having to reload. And being that it only has that 1.1 gigahertz processor in it, 2 gigs of RAM, Android O, it's kind of impressive for a phone that costs 20 bucks. Because some phones that cost a little bit more than that can't even manage 2 or 3 apps in the background without having to reload each application. That's annoying. Don't get me wrong, when you spend 50 bucks for a phone, you can't expect the best multitasking. But when you spend a little bit less on the phone and it's better than a phone that costs 50 bucks, it's kind of strange. It's kind of strange. As I was saying earlier, the camera in the back is 8 megapixel and is capable of shooting full HD video 30 frames per second, while the front camera can only shoot videos at 720p. You can't really expect too much when it comes to spending a certain amount of money on a device, but I find it always to be weird that a manufacturer will put full HD video on the rear and not full HD video on the front. To sum up, this device is 20 bucks on Amazon. You can grab a case, the phone, and a screen protector, and the links below. Stay away from this device if you're a person who likes to have a screen with a decent resolution. Don't do it. Stay away from this device if you're a person who likes to take decent looking selfies. This isn't it. Stay away from this device if you're a person who needs quick charge all the time. this ain't it. Stay away from this device. The fact that it's made of plastic is gonna upset you. The TCL LX is one of those phones where if you need it, you can use it. It's absolutely usable. With all those things I said about it, stay away from this phone if those things are a problem for you. But if those things aren't a problem for you, yeah, go ahead and pick it up. You might actually like it. It's inexpensive. It's one of those phones, if you drop it face down, you probably won't have as much of a heart attack as if you drop your LG G8 or your Moto G7 Power. But that's pretty much going to be it with the TCL LX. Let me know in the comment section if you guys have anything you would like to ask me about the TCL LX. I'll be sure to get back to you. But Max Watt, be sure to share this video with your friends and family and let them know that not all Android cameras suck. It is just not true. But until then, my name is Max Rock. Thank you for watching this video. Have a good day, y'all. Deuces.